Ron, I just want to point out this tweet to you. I thought it was funny. With the regard to the Any Blue Will Do, this K Rosef on Twitter posted, I'm voting for Joffrey for the Iron Throne because he's better than Ramsay. If you don't vote for Joffrey, you're voting for that horrible monster Ramsay. At least all Joffrey did was kill all the bastard babies in King's Landing and murder some prostitutes for fun. And this is that is a great tweet. And that's kind of like, did you watch Game of Thrones or no?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I did.
So basically, that's where we're at, America.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I too was faced with the same election. And what I did was I wrote in the Hound. And by writing in the Hound, Joffrey voters shamed me. And they said, well, any vote that's not for Joffrey is a vote for Ramsay. So you voted for Ramsay. And I was like, no, I wrote it in the Hound. And then the Ramsay fans that were like, well, you live in a Joffrey state. So basically, if you didn't vote for Ramsay, you voted for Joffrey. And it turns out by voting for neither one of them, I voted for both of them. So if that person feels any better, by writing in the Hound, I voted for both Joffrey and Ramsay. So I don't, eggs on my face. So I just feel bad.
In this election, vote for the Hound. Write in the Hound. Or you know who I would write in? Probably Arya. I'd probably write in Arya.
Arya doesn't want the gig, and I respect that about her. I think Arya's going to start her own civilization in Westeros, and I'm just going to move there.
Same.
She was my favorite character in the show, though.
Who? The Hound?
Arya.
Oh, Arya. Yeah, I really liked her. Definitely. I thought she was cool. I feel like Daenerys was like a progressive that let us down. I don't know. Like, it would be like a progressive that turns and just kills everybody.
Well, I used to have a joke in my act breaking down, I had to cut it because it's just not topical anymore. But yeah. And it was before the end. And I broke it down where I said that the wildlings were the libertarians and what's their names? The guy without the hand and his sister, Cersei, the Lannisters.
Oh, the Lannisters.
So it's been a minute. Yeah. But the Lannisters and their ilk, they were the Republicans.
Yep.
And that the Tyrells were the Democrats because they're just kind of weak and they still have a lot of money and power. And that everyone else, like Daenerys and Jon Snow, like they were all the progressives.
Yeah.
And so like the big lesson is if like the progressives and the wildlings and everyone else unites, they could really make some change there. And then of course the show ended the way it did. And so did that chunk of material.
So has the like quote unquote Bernie campaign. Like just like it's just kind of like it. Like I was like, damn, this sucks. Game of Thrones. Like I was so excited this was gonna be great. And then I was like, damn. And now it's like our life is like that. So I need to find something else to watch. But Joe Biden is one of those things I enjoy watching for comedy. And
it's a solid series. They repeat some of the jokes, but it's an okay series.
He's got a podcast. I don't know if you're a fan, but I'm a total fan.
Well, see, I heard he's one of Obama's Netflix projects.
Oh,
there's just the Joe Biden series.
Oh, Biden is what it should be called.
Oh, Biden. Come on, Mac.
So we're gonna play a little video of. It's really quick, a minute video of him. Yeah, let's just listen to what he says, please. Yeah, because he tells you to to vote for him. Well, he doesn't tell you to vote for him, but we'll listen to it.
Not a moment for excuses or deflections or blame game. We're in the middle of a pandemic that had cost us more than 85,000 jobs as of today, lives of millions of people, millions of jobs. And we're in a position where we just got new unemployment insurance this morning, numbers, 36.5 million claims since this crisis began, and almost 3 million new claims in the last week. The unemployment rate is nearing 15%, the highest it's been since the Great Depression. But I need not tell you all that. Of course, it's the least well off for being hit the hardest. 40% of the households making $40,000 or less experienced a job loss. This is not a moment for excuses or deflections or blame game.
Well, I gotta be honest, Ron. This is one of the more cognizant interviews I've seen him do.
I'm inspired. I mean, that's I'm totally inspired. He's just listing off statistics and then repeating that this is no time for excuses or this is no time
blame
for
games.
How about this is no time for rambling? What's your freaking point, Joe Biden?
And he mentioned the word blame game. So that was like, hey, it's not the time right now to hold any sort of accountability. He repeated himself regards to the millions of job loss. So that was only one point where he repeated himself, because there are other instances where it gets worse for Joe. The Daily Caller posted this tweet. Now, the Daily Caller is a Daily Caller, but this is the part where he literally said, if they believe Tara Reade, they probably shouldn't vote for me. I wouldn't vote for me if I believed Tara Reade. Let's listen to that.
What would you say to them about their vote?
Well, I think they should vote their heart. And if they believe Tara Reade, they probably shouldn't vote for me. I wouldn't vote for me if I believed Tara Reade.
What would you say?
I mean, I wouldn't vote for Joe either. So if he's telling me to not vote for him, I'm going to listen to him, right?
I tweeted this out, because I didn't, this is my first time actually hearing it, but I saw the transcript. So I already knew about it. And I tweeted about it and I was like, this is at least the second time so far. And by the way, technically the primary itself isn't even over yet. We're not even into the general election, technically. Yeah. And already, at least 2 times, Joe Biden has said to me, not a Republican, I'm about as far from as a Republican as you can get. And Joe Biden has said to me indirectly, people who think like me, don't vote for me. It's just unbelievable. I mean, he said, hey, do you oppose fracking? Don't vote for me. Are you critical of some of the stuff Obama did? Don't vote for me. Do you believe Tara Reade? Don't vote for me. It's like, okay,
Joe,
dude.
Thank you. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just going to listen to him. If he's really that guy worthy of listening to, I'm going to listen to the guy. I'm not going to vote for him. Thank you, Joe, for really doing the job of Donald Trump, because he's just telling people left and right not to vote for him. And you mentioned something funny, because you said, this is technically, the primary isn't technically over yet. And you're right. And this woman that was interviewed, she kind of let it slip that it isn't. And she's a DNC communications director. And she confirmed on, I think it was yesterday, that we're not done, that Joe Biden isn't necessarily the nominee. Let's hear what she said.
I mean, there's a real possibility if the convention does not happen, or it happens in a...
Can you hear it, or?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I mean, there's a real possibility if the convention does not happen, or it happens in a virtual sense. Is that correct as of today?
Well, first of all, our convention has to happen because we are not officially nominating Joe Biden in order to take Donald Trump. So our convention is happening. There is business that has to happen.
I mean, there's a real possibility.
Okay, so she said we are not officially nominating Joe Biden. Ron, what do you think? Do you think they're really not going to nominate Joe Biden? Do you think he's going to be replaced?
I think there is a slim chance, yes, but I'm not counting on it. I mean, I think that was just kind of her, just kind of whatever. I mean, maybe she revealed something bigger. I think that if they don't, that if Joe Biden's not the nominee, they're going to try to just put someone else up in there. They're going to try to just, anoint somebody, because I think what's going to happen is the convention is likely not going to occur the way it would have had this pandemic not occurred. Like, I don't think it's going to be a 4-day event with however many thousands of people in August. I see it maybe being maybe it's going to be a 1-day event. Maybe it's going to be it's projected onto a screen or something. Like, I don't know exactly how it's going to unfold, but I don't see it being the original event that they planned.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be able to just do a lot behind closed doors. I have a feeling it's going to be Biden. I mean, I'd be surprised if at this point. But it's certainly not impossible. I mean, it's not impossible that it's not impossible that he himself could step down. I'm not counting on it, but it's not impossible. But I would be very concerned. I mean, if this is like just in the DNC's hands, what they would do. I mean, what they might use at their disposal to try to say, oh, given this extreme circumstance, we're just going to like put this person up there or who knows? Because, I mean, they sure as hell ain't going to try to, they're not going to give it to Bernie.
No. I think that's wishful thinking. I mean, I think that's a little naive at this point. But I do think, well, Darren Levy said it. I think the plan all along is to replace Biden with Hillary. That's interesting. I mean, I think they would be so stupid to do that. I think a lot of people are thinking that right now. For me, I think it's more of who Biden's VP is going to be. That's what I think is like more of like the indicator as to who would replace Biden eventually is like who his VP is. And right now we're looking at Warren, Harris, Klobuchar, and possibly Hillary. The betting odds for her had gone up.
See, my prediction, unless there's something I haven't seen, my prediction is still Abrams.
Abrams, really?
I think, yeah, that's my guess. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but yeah, my prediction is still Stacey Abrams, unless there's something I'm missing.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if they would think that she would be capable of being president, like that she would have like, I could see the identity politics aspect of it with her, but as far as her like political background, a senator, right, would be much more, or a secretary of state would be much more of like likely. I don't know. I honestly, it could be anything. Nothing would surprise me at this point, but I do think that they're not really looking for him to be in charge for that long. His mental decline is too obvious, I think.
Well, I think what they're trying to do strictly from like a branding standpoint, and it's very deceptive, is they're really, and this is why I predict Abrams, is I think they're trying to make it out like this new quote unquote class of establishment candidates. Well, they're the future and they're the progressives. And Joe Biden, I mean, I think there was an article that used this exact verbiage. Joe Biden is a bridge to them.
Yeah.
And what is he a bridge to? Well, he's the bridge to, and they're already trying to sell like the Joe Kennedys of the establishment party as progressives, which they're not. Right. They're just younger. like they're just younger in years. That means nothing. So that's why I think they're going to try to sell this idea that like Stacey Abrams is some progressive, that she's the future, and that's who's going to be like the VP. And I think that's the branding attempt that the establishment Democrats are going to take. And unfortunately, I mean, it's been effective. I mean, if you talk to some general people who don't follow this stuff as closely, maybe because they care about their mental health, they might think, oh yeah, Joe Kennedy, he's pretty progressive, isn't? No, he's not.
No. He was like saying we need. It was a bullshit tweet. I think I saw you.
Yeah. Nobody should face medical bankruptcy without a lawyer.
Without a lawyer. Okay.